Hi, I'm Irving, and I'm still an Adamaniac.
For new adventures of Batman!
As we begin the final episode, I haven't been able to find a solid reason why the show was canceled after so few episodes. It ran alongside Hanna-Barbera's Super Friends, which had already been a hit for 4 years and would go on to last another 5 years. That had our old friends Olin Sewell and Casey Kasem as Batman and Robin, and Hanna-Barbera also owned the rights to the Riddler and refused to let Filmation use him in this series. In return, Filmation did the same thing with the Joker since they owned the rights to him. Let's keep in mind that all this petty squabbling is taking place over children's shows on Saturday morning, as if there aren't enough kids out there to go around, so we have to try and steal them from each other. But I digress. We're taking another trip to Ergo, by the way, and we're peeking in on Zarbor in his escape-proof cell. I know it looks like an idiot box, one of those things with blinking lights all over it to keep small minds busy. That's because it is. The big problem is it's more effective on the guards than it is on the inmates.
Time for breakfast, Zarbor. He's gone, but that's impossible.
Not now, it isn't. Bye-bye.
Yeah, his first order of business is going to be to snag all of those nuclear power plants his world just built and try to take over again.
And now, Batman and Robin, it is time you paid for putting the great Zarbor into prison.
I really hope you didn't believe me. One would think you'd know better by now. And it's best not to ask why the prison had a nice escape ship sitting right there, fueled and ready to go. Off to stately Wayne Manor, where millionaire Bruce Wayne and his youthful ward Dick Grayson are showing us another slice of life. As usual, at some point the bat signal will interrupt them.
And to think I gave up a nice, quiet game of chess for this.
But isn't it convenient that they happen to be working out with the Zarbor dummy rather than any of those others, including the Pink Riddler one?
He's all yours, Bruce.
No, you don't, Brucey boy. I want to crack at Zarbor.
Bat Mite.
I mean, after all, he is one of my people, so it only seems right that I should get to
Bat Mite.
punch his lights out and...
Bat Mite.
Yes, sir.
Don't call me Brucey boy.
He won't get an opportunity to call him that again because there goes the bat signal. There's something different about the place. I can't quite put my finger on it.
Holy headstands! What happened, Commissioner?
Darndest thing I ever saw, Robin. I was working in my office when all of a sudden the whole building did a big flip-flop.
Luckily, nobody was hurt.
All right, the building's upside down. Are the people inverted with it, or did they all drop onto the ceiling?
Only one fiendish fellow could levitate an entire building like this.
Yeah, Zarbor.
But he's locked up.
You are wrong. I'm free as a bird.
True to form, they'll try to talk while Zarbor acts.
You are both coming with me.
Holy lightning bolt, Batman, look out!
You shouldn't have done that, boy blunder. Hey, no fair!
What's no fair? He did it all himself. He takes Robin and poofs away, and City Hall is right side up again.
Well, that solves one problem, Barbara, but now we have a bigger one. Finding out what Zarbor wants with Batman and Robin.
Somebody get him a dictionary with the word revenge in yellow highlighter. He may not be familiar with the term. Then again, Batman's vocabulary isn't any better. He's off to consult the Bat computer on that question. Too bad the Bat computer came up with zilch. Talking to it was a way to fill some runtime and give us a little Bat Mite comedy. While the computer is making fun of him, Batman is heading out to do something more useful. Zarbor is leaving a nice trail of levitated buildings all over the city for him to follow.
Batman, there he is.
Hello, Batman. Pardon me for being so uppity.
Dude, whatever you're paying your joke writer is too much. I work cheap and I can do way better than that.
Now listen here, Zarbor.
No, you listen, Batman. Either you come along with me now, or I snap my fingers and we have the world's biggest brick pile.
You wouldn't.
Why wouldn't he? You think he cares about anybody or anything on Earth? Sometimes Batman really makes me wonder.
Zarbor, over here.
What? Batman, you tricked me.
I am very upset. I am so furious I cannot contain it. The rage inside me is beyond comprehension. I cannot...
God, he's trying to snap his fingers.
Bat Mite, press the orange button.
Roger Dodger.
We saw the Bat Rockets one time in Season 2 of the Live series. There, it took all their power to lift an elevator. Obviously, Batman's been doing some upgrading. He got the idea for the car launchers from the Green Hornet. When Kato heard about it, he flew to Gotham City and kicked Robin's butt.
You pulled your last stunt, my dear friend Batman.
Not quite. Gotcha.
Yikes!
Now that's what I call a flying tackle.
After Zarbor escaped, he hired Gordon as his joke writer. I don't know why Batman thinks just grabbing him like that is going to keep him under control.
Oh, no. Now we'll have to start looking all over again.
But finding Zarbor is like looking for a needle in a haystack.
I know, right? He's so average looking, he blends in with just about everybody.
Where do we start?
A good question, Commissioner.
I know. We start with my sniffer. I can smell an Ergonian 50 miles away.
We've seen him use his nose before, and to great effect. May as well give it a shot. Nobody else has a better idea.
Come on, Bat Mite. We've been driving around for nearly an hour.
We're getting close. I can feel it. There. I smell it. I smell Zarbor.
Good work, Bat Mite. Which way?
There.
When they pulled up to an oil tanker, all Bat Mite had to say for himself was, oops.
Zarbor is on Mount Rushmore?
That's what my nose says.
Well, I hope your nose knows what it's talking about.
More precisely, he's in Mount Rushmore. Inside George Washington's nose, to be ridiculously specific. By the way, Batman, he saw you coming.
Hey, open up! Batman! Oh boy, this is a real bat-catastrophe. The dynamic duo's done for, unless I can rescue them.
The bigger calamity is an aircraft door on top of George's hollowed-out head. Unless he put Boku reinforcing in there, George is gonna collapse like the Soviet Union.
At last, I have the dynamic duo where I want them. On my side. Once I throw these switches and my mind machine takes over, they'll be known as the Crime Crusaders.
And that's what they start calling themselves after his machine turns them evil.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Batman and Robin. What an unexpected surprise.
We're not here as friends, Mr. President. We are now your enemies.
Enemies? But I don't understand. Is this some kind of joke?
No joke, Mr. President. Me and the Caped Crusaders are going to rule the world.
After he levitates everybody in the room, there's not a whole lot they can do about this.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Oh boy! You stupid horn! Oh boy! Batgirl!
Oh boy, I must have died in that crash and gone to heaven.
What are you doing here, Bat Mite?
I was trying to find Batman and Robin, but my finger got stuck in the horn, and I didn't know where the starter was, and I...
Thanks for clearing that up.
Leaders of Earth, my name is Zarbor, and I have come from the dimension of Ergo to take over as your new world ruler. And the famed crime crusaders, Batman and Robin, will assist me.
To reinforce his point, he decides to show off a little. I hope nobody was in those things. It's night, so there probably weren't any tourists, but those places have security guards and such, and I'll bet the ones in the Washington Monument are wishing they had a truckload of Dramamine right now.
Commissioner, Bat Mite and I are on our way to Washington.
Right, Batgirl. And good luck.
But Batgirl, Washington is 4 hours from here.
Not if we use the jet boosters. We'll be there in 10 minutes.
12 miles outside Gotham City, police set up a roadblock and arrested her for insanely reckless driving. They made a new statute just for her. While they're on the way, the crime crusaders go on a spree such as Joker or Penguin never dreamed of. No doubt about it, he's in heaven.
Batgirl, I saw the Batmobile down that street.
Well, Robs, another bank, another million.
Hi, Cape Crusaders.
That was rude. Come on, Zarbor, at least turn him evil with some manners.
They're getting away, Batgirl.
Stay with them, Bat Mite. Use your magic.
Good idea. See ya.
If he poofs onto the back of the car where they can't see him, he can find out where they're going and tell Batgirl.
Hi, Cape Crusaders.
Or he can do that.
Not anymore, Bat Mite. We're the crime crusaders. Now buzz off.
No way. You're still the good guys. Zarbor's mind ray has just messed up your head.
Buzz off, Rat Mite.
I'm staying.
You're going.
Staying.
Going.
And that. He reports it to Batgirl and says, I'm not ready to give up.
And I think I've got a plan that'll turn Batman and Robin back into good guys. See ya, Batgirl.
Bat Mite, wait. What's your plan?
Whatever it is, it doesn't seem to involve you, which is really odd for Bat Mite.
Listen to me, Cape Crusaders. I got a plan that'll break Zarbor's mind ray spell.
Out of the way, Bat Mite.
Look at this. Remember this caper with the Joker? You don't want to turn out to be a creep like the Joker, do you?
Yeah, I remember that caper.
Out of the way, Bat Mite.
Well, how about the... Oh, boy!
That's his plan? Show them pictures of their previous exploits? And I suppose we're not allowed to ask who took the pictures.
You've gone too far, you pint-sized turkey.
Remember these capers, guys?
Oh, I'm getting a headache.
Holy migraine. Same here.
It's working.
Bat Mite? Batgirl? What happened?
Zarbor turned you into bad guys with his mind ray.
Holy brainwashing. Yeah, now I remember. We were helping him take over the world.
Bat Mite did it. Now for Zarbor.
There's only one way to cut off Zarbor's powers, Cape Crusader, and that's with a solid steel box.
But the problem will be getting him inside it.
You're right, Batgirl. That's a big problem.
Yeah, it's way too big for your little minds. I'd consult the Bat computer. But not to worry, Bat Mite has a foolproof plan.
We have a couple of surprises for you, Zarbor.
Batgirl, how did you ever manage that?
Piece of cake.
You wouldn't believe what she'll do for cake.
We got Bat Mite too, boss.
Bat Mite? Oh, this is my lucky day.
Want a closer look?
Funny, I don't smell Energonian. You take me for a fool?
That was his big plan.
Zarbor never gives up.
Now we've had it. He's in the Batmobile. Let's go.
And we've got him good now. We'll get him for driving without a license.
Use the bat hooks.
don't worry about their shoes. Batman invented Heelys long before they became popular.
Robin, when we're back on the ground, use your remote device and steer the Batmobile near that garbage truck. I'm going to try and put Zarbor where he belongs.
If Robin has that device, why hasn't he already been using it to keep you guys from becoming splats on the pavement?
What is this?
Good. Hold it there, Robin. Adios, Zarbor.
That is no fair! A dirty trick! Let me out of here!
Let me understand this. Robin has the steering, Batman has the brakes. What could go wrong?
Gadzooks! It smells in here! Help!
Just wait till they turn on the compactor. The real question is, what do they do with him now?
Bat message.
Well, Batman, old Zarbor is finally behind bars.
I guess we won't find out the details, but we can assume those bars are somewhere in the ergo dimension. And he gets his meals by pneumatic tube rather than by dimwit guard.
If it hadn't been for Bat Mite...
Bat Mite? Uh-oh.
Let me out of here, you dynamic turkeys! What's your big idea of locking me up in that dumb box, huh?
We'll make it up to you.
Cross your hearts?
Cross our hearts.
Okay, teach me how to drive the Batboat, Batmobile, Batcopter.
And that's it. As I said, I couldn't track down a solid reason why it was so short. These cartoons were included in some subsequent Filmation shows, such as Tarzan Lord of the Jungle, but no new episodes were made. My uneducated guess is Super Friends cleaned the floor with it. Introducing a Batman series alongside a series that already has Batman in it seems a little ill-conceived. Filmation recovered, of course, and we've looked at several of their other shows already, including Shazam and ISIS, two of my favorites. Batman, of course, endures to this day and probably will as long as fiction exists. Something about him stirs something within us. I don't know what it is, but I'm as affected as anyone else. He popped up here and there between 1977 and 1991 when the animated series premiered. Burt Ward essentially quit acting when he found himself typecast as Robin. He would come out of retirement every so often to reprise the role, but right up to the present day, he focuses on charity work. And he's the only remaining member of the original cast. He said many times that after his mother died, Adam West essentially became a surrogate father to him, and the two were as close as a father and son from then on. In 1979, Adam West reprised his role in a thing called Legends of the Superheroes, which lasted 2 episodes and which I have not seen but I have bought, so we'll be looking at those in the near future. To be honest, I'll watch anything that has Adam West as Batman. I've mentioned many times that he was my first introduction to the character, and to me he is Batman. Dumb one-liners, doughy middle, long-sleeve t-shirt, you name it, I don't care. He's Batman. Michael Keaton? Too much time standing around looking impressive. Val Kilmer? Likewise. George Clooney? Don't make me laugh, I'll pee my pants. Christian Bale? Too wussy. He had to have tons of body armor and a freaking tank. Adam West could take him with one hand steering the Batmobile. I haven't seen Ben Affleck and probably won't. I still remember Daredevil. No way he can hold a candle to Adam West. As you know, we finally lost Batman to the ravages of time a few years ago. Frankly, I still miss him. I watch these shows and it sort of pains me to know he won't be making any more. As you know, he overcame his physical infirmities and everything else to give us 2 more animated movies, which we've already looked at. The fact that he was willing to do that for us makes him even more the definitive Batman in my mind. It says his fans are that important to him. We don't see that nearly often enough from Hollywood. It's another thing that set him apart and made people like me respect the daylights out of him. Thank you for everything, Mr. West. Thank you for your talent, your dedication, your willingness to put yourself out there and take the chance. You knew it would either be the hit of the year or the end of your career. You took it, made it your own, and ran with it to our supreme delight for the rest of your life. Thank you seems inadequate. Rest well, and I hope to meet you someday on the other side. I am Irving, and I'm an Adamaniac for life.